I took some time today to self-indulge a little. Diverted some of the TVO data into sending something to Layer 3 instead. Felt like there was something I needed to get off my chest and put behind me. I needed to talk to my dad one last time, even if it was as difficult as it was, both mentally and literally, to reach him. First, I needed a contact in the third dimension. I had never set up anything like that, but luckily, it was somehow easier than contacting Layer 4, because I actually knew people in Layer 3. I managed to send a message to an old friend of mine, Mitsuko. Hey Mitzi, sorry it's been so long. I guess you thought I was dead. I know how they've labeled it in the news up there. Freak accident kills scientist's daughter. I'm alive. Technically. It's hard to explain, and I don't think you'd believe me if I did. But I need your help with something. I've attached some files to this email. You can use those to verify that it's really me. I'm sorry to spring this on you. I need you to act as a messenger between me and my dad. Mitsuko replied pretty quickly, and predictably was confused, shocked, and concerned. But if there was one thing she was always good at, it was understanding quickly, no matter the situation. I can't believe it. I knew the stories about your dad's experiment killing you were made up. Didn't believe it for a goddamn second. Are you sure you don't need me to come get you? I don't care where it is. I'll come find you if you need me to. Sorry, it's not a place that you can reach. Even sending this limited message is taking a lot of time and energy that I don't have to waste. I'm okay though. I promise. I'll be okay. And once I'm out of this mess, I'll come back and tell you everything. Okay? It's a Saturday promise. It really is you. Fuck. I understand. I'll trust you. Your dad is in the high security prison in Tokyo. I can go there and relay messages to you through email, but that's the best I can do. I'm sorry. Getting visiting hours there is already really tough. Thank you. That's more than good enough. I waited a bit. Took a while for her to get back to me. Did she move out of Tokyo? I guess it would make sense. Before all of this began, she was getting ready to move into her university life, and she was studying closer to Kyoto. I thought about my dad. He was still alive. I figured he would be, but hearing it confirmed myself made me feel something. I didn't know what I was feeling. I didn't know what I would say to him, but I needed to talk to him. Just once. A full 5 hours later, Mitzi responded to me. Hey, I'm here. He's right beside me. I'll relay back to you the things he says and show him the things you say. Okay? Shit. This was really happening. I guess I should have expected I'd be this nervous. Hey. I couldn't get anything else out at first. He says hello. Figures. Neither of us were ever good at talking to each other when it came to addressing serious matters. It was oddly refreshing in a way. He was still my dad. As I started to type again, another email came through. He says, I'm sorry. I grit my teeth a little. You're sorry? That's the first thing you want to say. Not that you're happy I'm still alive, that you're worried about me. You're thinking about yourself and your apology first? I shouldn't be angry. I shouldn't be. Calm down, Saturday. He says, I know. You're right. I just don't know what to say. There's too many things that need to be said, and I can't get the words out. My anger turned into a sudden overflowing waterfall of emotion, and I felt myself tear up. Of course he was struggling. He was still human. He still put his daughter into this situation. I took some deep breaths to calm down my anger. I didn't do all of this just to yell at him. Did you know that I'm still alive? I did. I was keeping a constant look in on what was going on in there from the moment everything went wrong until they took me in. Since then, you've been in the custody of the military, and I've been getting daily reports from them. So, he's been watching everything? It makes sense. On one hand, I kinda hate that I've been being watched this entire time, but on the other hand, the exact same thing is happening with Layer 4, so I can't really complain. Besides, it's not like he can do much. Why didn't you pull me out immediately? Or were you not able to? We tried. God, we tried. But there was no way we could. Shutting down the Duskbreaker without the authorization of 1028 would kill you. I couldn't do it. I figured. I just needed to ask. Saturday. Can I ask you something? I came here to talk to you one last time, so yes, ask away. Do you hate me? I thought about it. Did I hate him? I don't think so, but I could never forgive him. Hate? No, Setsuki. I don't hate you, but I can never forgive you. Your intentions were misguided, but came from the heart. You started the Sunrise Foundation because you wanted to help me, however twisted your idea of helping me may have been. You are not a bad person, but the effects of what you did to me will never go away. I will persist and live on in spite of them, but they will be a part of me forever, and to that end, I cannot ever see you in my future. I do not hate you, but I will never forgive you. You are a part of my yesterday, one I will always remember, but you will not be a part of my tomorrow. There was a while before the next message came through. I braced myself, expecting an angry response. That's what I always got from him. Good. I was caught off guard. Good. What did he mean by that? He's crying, but he's smiling. I'm not looking at the messages you're sending. What did you say? Actually, scratch that. That's not my business to know. God damn it, Dad. Fuck. You always make this so much more complicated than it needs to be. I was crying. Tears streamed down my face, the only organic matter in a space devoid of nature, synthesized from thought and pain. Please don't forgive me. But don't forget me either. I'm satisfied. What was he thinking? I didn't know. I couldn't know. We were different people. I couldn't tell what was going on in his mind just by reading it like I could with the people in layers 1 and 0. But no matter what happens, I want you to remember this. No matter what happens, what I am to you, where I am in your life, I am forever proud of my daughter. I fell to the floor, burying my head in the side of my bed, sobbing. I cried for minutes on end, releasing years of pent-up emotion. You are a crazy, stupid old man. Minutes later, I pulled myself back up to my desk and typed the final message. Right before sending it, I hesitated and changed the last word. Thank you for everything. Goodbye, Dad. Goodbye, Saturday. That was the last thing he said. Thank you so much, Mitzi. I need to go now. But I promise I'll be back, and we'll have so much to catch up on when I do. Alright? I'll hold you to that, so you'd better not pussy out, okay? I laughed. It was the same old meets ago. Promise. I'll see you soon. Yeah, I'll see you soon. Venus. Welcome back to Vivid Stasis, and welcome to the end of the game. If you've seen my previous streams, you'll know that we are at the very, very bottom of this. It's been a while, and unfortunately the update released while I was in Europe, so I couldn't get to play much. But we're here now, and there's been a lot of updates to the game since then. I don't know if I'm gonna stream like SoundScan and Sunrise Showdown, the Apocalypse Challenge and all that stuff. But there's been a lot of updates. I took a peek while I wasn't recording, and yeah, there's a lot to do again. Like the reworked SoundScan. And a few more songs added to the song shop as well. But I won't be doing any of those because, you know, the main event. Oh, when you select this node, you will begin the final sequence of the game. This sequence may last up to multiple hours, and once it has been started, you cannot return to the main game until the story is finished. Yep, and that's exactly what we were doing. After eons of falling, I felt myself hit the ground. It felt soft. I opened my eyes. I was lying on some kind of carpeted floor. Adjusting to my surroundings, I sat up a bit. I was in some sort of hotel? No, that wasn't right. The area was decorated in slightly vintage decor. Allison was lying next to me, and she woke up a moment later. Welcome back. Where are we? I don't know. We're not dead, right? Oh, I just noticed. This little bar is now color-coded to the characters. I don't think so. We stood up. There was a couch right by where we were laying, so we sat down on that. Right after sitting down, I heard a familiar voice, one I never expected to hear again. Good morning. Storyteller walked down the stairs to our left, defying all logical reasoning. Storyteller? Why are you here? How are you here? It's complicated. Allison probably has somewhat of an idea, though. Oh, you're that other storyteller? The one that helped me fight Dawn? Well, no, I'm not that other storyteller. I'm... Tori? It's confusing. I'm only here for a second anyway, to fill you in on what happened. I am so lost. Fair enough. I suppose I'll have to explain then. Saturday, you're obviously very familiar with the concept of meta layers or world layers by now, right? Yeah. Well, what if I told you that the vertical layer was just one axis on a huge web of universes and worlds? Multiverse. What do you mean? The world axis. You might call it the universe of universes itself. Oh, the omniverse. Huh. World layers, as you've come to know them, are considered the y-axis. Yeah, okay, makes sense. The further down into fiction you go, the lower the universe you enter is on the world axis as a whole. But there are other axes too. X and Z, of course. Yeah, worlds and time. Right? Oh, okay, I get it. Storyteller pulled one of the chairs next to the couch over and sat down on it. The x-axis, representing worlds, different outcomes of time itself. Contact between worlds on the x-axis is essentially talking to a parallel universe, yep. Different versions of the world you know. So are you A storyteller from a different X point? Yes and no. There are a lot of things concerning my existence that I don't know. But I think that I'm the idea of storyteller. The idea of storyteller? I'm gonna put this away. Every version of storyteller across different X worlds has their own behavior, their own thoughts, their own feelings, memories. What had transpired in the past to set the world the way it is, and I am the thread that connects all of them. The archetype or idea of storyteller that all permutations of storyteller diverge from. I think I get it. I mean, I don't, but like, I do? There's no need to really understand it. If everything goes right, you won't have to worry about the world access ever again once all of this is over. So, what happened? How did we end up here? Right. While you were falling through the void, I intervened. Similar to how I had intervened just a bit prior to give Allison her temporary boost of power. I brought the three of you to Layer 2. Do you remember how back when you were first learning about the Duskbreaker core with your storyteller? At some point, the idea of a small isolated area to stay in while the shutdown procedure is occurring came up. Yep. This is that place. The Unity Nexus. Unity Nexus, huh? Then, did you activate the shutdown procedure? Where's Dawn? Up there. Storyteller pointed up the stairs. There was a large gate at the top of the stairs with a plate above that read Theater. 4 large locks barred the door shut. Oh. I locked her in there. The locks can't be broken from the inside, so she's stuck in there for now. But we're gonna need to get in there if she's going to rejoin my mind. Yep. Yeah. But for now, we need to focus on the more pressing task at hand, which is recovering the others who were still in Layer 0, oh yes, when it collapsed. Right. Are Erikotomi, Chio, and Tsuki okay? What happened to them? They're in a similar state to how I found you, drifting endlessly through the void. They're alive, but stuck in a superposition state of being alive and dead, because Layer 0 has fully collapsed. We need to recover them and bring them here. Storyteller stood up and pointed to their computer in the corner of the room. Because this is technically inside the Duskbreaker's core, you have full access to the command line of the system via that computer over there. You can use it to locate and bring the others here, since both of you are synced with Layer 2. What about you? I technically broke some pretty big laws of the world access just by intervening. It's already taking a lot to remain here. I need to go. Wait, laws? Who runs the... But before I could get an answer, her form disappeared. I still didn't know who exactly she was, but she was definitely storyteller, yes. She could be trusted. I'm so confused. But at least we're okay. And it looks like we'll be safe until we can get out of here. Yeah. I walked over to the computer. Let's try locating Tsuki's group first. I ran some commands, and sure enough, the two of them appeared on the screen. I ran the command to relocate them, and they rematerialized on the ground like we had, asleep. Time to look for Eri and Kotomi. I ran the search commands, but no matter what, I couldn't find them. Panic began to set in. They are real bodies, and I don't know if the Duskbreaker can detect real bodies. Shit. It's not good. What's wrong? I can't detect Eri and Kotomi anywhere. Are they not? Just then, a bright light filled the room, and 3 figures materialized at the top of the stairs. 2 were Eri and Kotomi, unconscious, and a third girl I had never seen before. Kanshi, welcome back. Eri, oh my god! I love the art style of just completely randomly filling in colors. It does look good. It also has a slight, like, a slight like aura of chaos just from like the random colors in there. Kanshi Ichibotsu. What? Kanshi? Then you're their sister? How are you here? With great sacrifice. Can you explain? Briefly. I had intervened just a bit ago, clearing a bunch of rubble that was blocking Area and Kotomi from accessing the weak point in the Okawachi Shrine basement. After that, my remote connection to this world was cut. But I was still able to observe from the world I currently reside in, and saw what was going on. My transmitter wouldn't have enough energy to do anything for a while, so I took matters into my own hands and entered the void myself to rescue them. Right. You can do that? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't have time to explain my full history here. Regardless, I found them drifting through the destroyed remains of Layer Zero in the void and pulled them out. Wait, if you pulled them out, why did you bring them here? Kanshi laughed. Because they would never forgive me if I split them up from you. But they're your sisters. You three should be together. We'll find each other. The Nichibotsus are stubborn to a fault. We never give up, and we keep fighting until we get what makes us happiest. And to them, finding me is only the happiest thing for them if they get to stick with you guys. I felt myself tearing up a little. God damn it. Stupid Eri, stupid Kotomi. Okay. Thank you so much for saving them, Kanshi. What happens to you now? I exerted, well, a lot of my own energy bringing them here. I'm not a part of this whole Duskbreaker thing, so accessing the Duskbreaker's core was difficult, to say the least. My wavelength is drastically destabilized now, and I don't know where I'll end up. But I will continue fighting until I can see my sisters again. Are you sure you're going to be okay? I've traveled the void countless times before. If nothing else, I know for a fact that I'll live. I promise. Okay. Thank you. No. Thank you. For being the light in my sister's lives while I've been gone. Once all of this is over, I'm really looking forward to meeting you. Saturday, Tasokare. You too, Kanshi Ichibotsu. She smiled and nodded, and then she was gone. Allison and I carried Kotomi and Eri down and laid them next to Tsuki and Chio on the couch. If they're gonna take a bit to wake up, should we look around? Sure thing. We walked around the Unity Nexus for a bit. It was small but housed 5 main areas. There was a kitchen and dining room on the lower level, and a bedroom, rec room, and theater on the upper level. We couldn't get into the theater though, because that was where Dawn was locked, yeah. In the bedroom, rec room, kitchen, and dining hall, however, were terminals that seemed to be connected to the locks. We tried interfacing with them, but all it displayed were seemingly nonsensical codes and an input screen. By the time we went back to the lounge, Eri and Kotomi were coming to. Ugh, where are we? Somewhere safe, at least for now. I relayed what had happened to them and told them that Kanshi had saved them. Kanshi. I'm really glad that she's real. What do you mean? Well, we've been in a situation where it's hard to discern what's real and what isn't. It's possible that Dustbreaker was taking advantage of our desire to see our sister or something, but it's really her. Yeah. Just then, Chio and Tsuki also began to stir. Huh? Chio looked around. The Unity Nexus? Wait, you know about it? I designed it. I'd sure hope I knew about it. Okay, fair enough. Tsuki stood up. What happened Saturday? I relayed for a second time what I'd learned from that other storyteller. I see. So then, we need to find a way to break those locks, huh? Chio walked up the stairs and took a quick look at the locks. These are definitely not by my design. I guess that other storyteller put them here. Yeah. They seem to be connected to the terminals in the 4 other rooms. If we can figure out what to do with these, we should be able to get into the theater. You said they were displaying some gauges, right? Maybe it's something in the 4th dimension? That storyteller did have the synchronization with it, after all. You mean it's something the observers have to figure out? More than likely. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Until then, we should try and take a breather. It's been a lot. Seconded. I am so tired. Ooh. Hi, Allison. Hey, hon. Oh, making the rounds? Sort of. Damn, this place even has a kitchen, huh? Yeah. I guess it makes sense if it has a bedroom and dining room. Is there anything of use in the fridge? Kind of. There's actually a, terminal. And you can just spawn food in. Through the Dustbreaker's core. What? Yeah. I have no idea either. I guess that's, like, useful, though. I'd say so, yeah. Aw. Which fridge is it? Imagine being able to spawn your own food. You can hear a no noise. Okay. There's another one. No. This is the dining room. I would like to stay here, actually. Even if it means falling through layer 0 and almost dying. Oh. Yo, Sat. Why do you think there are 4 beds? What do you mean? What's odd about that? There are 5 of us, and only 4 beds. Well, I don't think this place was designed for us specifically. That makes even less sense. If the Dustbreaker was only meant to be used for 1 person, then... Huh. I don't know. I hope it doesn't end up being a problem if we need to get some sleep. Well, exactly. You and Allison can probably share a bed. The cutie patooties you two are. Or Ari and Chio, oh my. Hey, enough of that. Wait, Ari and Chio? Huh? What about Ari and Chio? Oops. What did you say about Ari and Chio? I didn't say anything about Ari and Chio. Okay. She let it slip. She let it slip. Well. Fill the gauge by playing songs. Each terminal has a set playlist of songs that can be played. Performing on higher gauge levels increases the rate that gauge fills. Getting FC and AC ranks also makes the gauge fill faster. Alright. Interesting. Ooh. Wait. Oh, we need to... Okay, we need to play songs first before we can... Okay. Hey, FC! FC. Yippee! It's still Vivid Plus. I'll take it. And it was a slight improvement in score. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. Hey. There we go. You know. Walking epically. Okay, there we go. Let's do it. Alright. Woo! Alright. I'm going to die. Rooney's doing a really good job of these. Effing jackets. It's a gimmick one, of course it is. I can't see! What? Okay. Alright. Try that again. I love these maps! They're so good now! What the fuck? Okay. Then the actual... Okay. Oh, hi! Hey, Sat. How are you holding up? Decent. Looks like we're a quarter of the way to being able to enter the theater. Gotcha. Are you doing okay in terms of, like, stress? I know we're kinda at the end here. I think so, yeah. It feels a little bit like a waste of time, but I'm holding on. How about you? Well, I'm just trying to take it easy. Thinking about what happens once we're out of here, and how this might be the last chance I have to really relax a bit for a while. How so? I mean, think about what happens once we do get out of here. I'm sure we're going to have to deal with a lot of complicated stuff to do with the military and your dad. God, true. I'm really hoping I don't have to see him again. Yeah. But even aside from that, I anticipate it'll take us a lot of time to adjust to being back in our actual bodies. Yeah, true. I didn't think about that. Yeah. I have no doubts we'll be able to get back to normal life, but it's gonna be a bit of a battle for a while, I think. For sure. Well, take it easy while you can, okay? I'll get back to trying to open the theater. You got it. So cute. And here's Tsuki and Chio. Across the desk. Hey Sat, how are things going? Well, one of the terminals is down now, though I'm not entirely sure what made it start working. I guess it has to be some fourth dimension stuff then, huh? Probably. What are you doing, Chio? Just diagnosing the state of the Dustbreaker after the destruction of Layer 0. It looks like 1028 and EDEP are pretty busy keeping the system operating relatively smoothly in spite of the virus in the system. That's good. Yeah, that's good at least. Dawn is the virus. Can I interact with them? Chio's, Katomi's gone. Oh, here they are. I just hope she's okay. Hey, Eri Katomi. What's going on? Hey, Saturday. Thinking about Kanshi. I don't blame you. Yeah. We're a little worried. She seemed like she was always pushing things to do what she was doing, so I just hope she didn't go too far. The void stuff, you mean? Yes. Yes. Both when she broke the entrance to the Okawashi Shrine for us and then rescued us from Layer 0, she only had a limited amount of time before she was forcibly taken away. We just hope she's out there still. And we didn't lose her. Man, I understand. But I think she is. I don't think the universe would allow her to be lost forever. The universe? How so? I can't say exactly, but it's just a gut feeling I have. And you know how my gut feelings turn out. Completely disastrous and ranch-filled. Wow. Hey, shut up! Not that one! But I think I get what you mean. Thanks, bestie. Yeah, of course. Aww. Even Kotomi acknowledges that they're actual besties. Oh, hi! Ooh. The rec room. Okay. Let's play some stuff. You know what? Why not? And Grow Decoherence also got an encore chart. I think it never did before, but... Hey, FC anyway. Here we go. Woo! Alright. Alright. Love it. Once again, never failing to be bangers. Oh, and everyone moved again. How do you think elemental reactions work in the simulation? What? Like, this fireplace. If you turn it on or put logs in it, or whatever, does it simulate an actual natural reaction that would produce fire? What are you talking about? I think I spelled it out rather plainly. I have no clue how to respond to that. You try asking Chio. She had about the same reaction as you. I don't think you're getting better. I don't think you're getting any better of an answer then. Damn. It is a good question. Oh, hi, Tiki. Hey, Sat. Hey, doing okay? Yeah, mostly. Just thinking about the merge. Do you want to talk about it? I do, but maybe not yet. Just thinking about some stuff. Okay. Just let me know when you're ready, okay? Yeah, thanks. That's 2 of 4. Where are the others? Hello, Ari. Hey, Ari, what's up? Going to take a nap, I think. I am exhausted. I can't blame you. Everything okay? For the most part, yeah. Just fatigued from everything that's happened over the past day. For the most part? You really are good at latching onto one little thing and being stubborn about it, aren't you? It's not something I want to talk about right now, though. Once we're out of here, I'll explain a bit. Promise. Okay. If you say so, just make sure you're okay. I will. Thanks for the concern. What is up here? Ah, the theater. Kitchen. Okay, we need to go to dining hall first. Apparently not. Oh yeah, this one. Where did Allie go? Where did Allie go? Oh, there they are. Hey guys. I have no clue. Oh, hey Sat. Hey Saturday. We're talking about the terminals. Oh. Yeah, it's a bit of a mystery to me too. I guess Eris is working on it? If they're activating without any of us doing anything, then that's the most likely. But like, what are they doing? No clue. Honestly, the terminal kinda looks like an arcade cabinet. That's true. But we can't do anything with it, right? Nope. Oh god. Oh no, it's fine. Pug! Oh, I forgot. Whoops. Don't press the red ones. Yeah. Okay. 12 plus. Oh god. Yeah, I think I'm screwed. I think I am screwed. Hello, Chio. Still working away? Yep, we're pushing things close. Close to what exactly? I'm not sure yet. That's what I'm trying to figure out. But something is approaching the Unity Nexus, and fast. Is it automation? Can't say for sure yet, but I need to focus. The others are in the dining room, right? Seems like it. Okay, I'll be fine here. Go see what's going on over there. Hey guys. Whoa, lots of y'all are in here. What's the occasion? We're gonna eat. Yotomi's in the kitchen. Cooking. I feel like I am not ready for this. Her cooking isn't that bad, if you're used to it. Oh god. Uh-oh. She's... well, she can cook at least. Why is this scarier than anything else that's happened in the Dustbreaker so far? I need to get out of here. Good luck! Oh, well. Okay. Hey, Kotomi. Kotomi, whatever you're making in here, please go easy on them. Huh? What do you mean? Look, I know the wrench, it wasn't our fault, but it's not the only time we had cooking disasters. Listen to me, Kotomi. There's a reason Ali got so good at cooking. It was explicitly so neither you nor I would ever have to make something for her again. We're trying not to be our We're trying not to let this be our last dinner, yeah? Please, do not fuck this up. You're worrying for nothing. And the Calico Pie, Kotomi? The Calico Pie is... What? I'll just put this bottle of maple syrup away now. Jesus Christ. Why'd that tickle me so bad? What the fuck is the Calico Pie incident? Oh god. Okay. I love that we're addressing Allison and we're still, yeah. Allison seems terrified. Alright. Stargaze. Of course. It's the boss songs. Yeah, of course it is. Well, most of them. There we go. Whew. That was a grind. Please don't be level 13. Okay. Oh god. Okay. 12 plus.
Do you think I want this?
I hit the red one. Fuck! Oh god. 12 plus. They ain't joking.
Do you think I want this?
Thank you. For the bumpers. We're only halfway.
Don't stop.
Yay! I made it! Oh god. Alright, well. Here we go. Oh. Hi. Everyone was gathered around the large gate. It had finally been unlocked with the fourth lock broken. Alright. It's almost time. Yeah. But first, there's something that needs to happen. Tsuki? Yeah, you're right. Tsuki came over to stand next to me. We're going to rejoin minds. I'd like to ask for some privacy for this place. Of course. Everyone, let's go to the dining area. Everyone nodded, and they left the area. Tsuki and I walked down into the foyer where the remote terminal could be found. Are you ready? Yeah. Hey. It's okay. It's okay not to be ready. Take your time. Talk to me. I'm just scared. I'm really scared. I thought that by the time we got to this point, I'd have prepared myself mentally for doing this, but I'm not. That's okay. Come sit down on the couch over here. She was starting to get a little choked up. Okay. We sat down on the couch, and I felt her lean her head on my shoulder. Aw. It's been a long, long journey to get here, hasn't it? So incredibly long. It's still not set in for me that it's almost over. Me neither. Really? But you're so much more confident now. Of course, I am more confident now, but I'm still human. Even with all of the memories returned, I can barely remember life before the Duskbreaker. And I can't imagine what life after the Duskbreaker will look like. And I'm really scared. What if we make out of here and we're thrust into an even worse situation? Yeah, I can't say that it isn't going to happen. At the very least, we know for a fact that our life isn't going to be normal. I don't think it ever could be after all this. Do you lament that? I do. I really do. But I also know that I can't change it. This was the hand I was dealt by my father. And the reason I have the confidence to do so is because I have the determination to fight for my right to be alive in spite of it. I'm alive. We'll be alive. No matter what happens. And if for some reason we stop living, we'll have gone out fighting till our very last. It's that kind of confidence that makes me so worried about losing myself in this merge. How so? You have all this confidence and charisma, and you've learned so many lessons, and here I am, scared, timid, beaten by some of the trauma of the cycles of fighting with a liberator. We're not the same. What happens when we rejoin minds? Do I just become a figment of your imagination? Do I lose my self? Hey, I want you to see something. Yeah? Hey, World Keeper? Eh? Uh, sorry. I guess you wouldn't recognize me by my mannerisms alone. It's okay. I do. Storyteller, right? Yeah. I'm not used to this. I think that I was scared that we would end up fixed, wholly one again. But if you're here, we're broken in a way that can never fully be healed to the way it was before. We all turned out too human, and that's okay. What happened to you? You're the original storyteller, right? The one that Saturday actually knew, not the one that's all higher concept and stuff. After the merge, I was asleep for a long time. I wasn't gone, or reduced to being a part of Saturday's personality, but I was inactive. When Saturday first accessed the memory bank, she called out to me. And though it was the other me that responded, the call stirred me slightly. I became active again, within Saturday's mind, separate from her. I reached through the TVO client, establishing a brief and barely functioning but useful connection to the fourth dimension. I needed to figure out what had happened, so I watched, studying the story as it was being told, now by Saturday and not myself. I became the spectator. When did Saturday realize that you were still in there? Just now. This is the first time I've ever hopped in front, so to speak. She called out to me again because she knew that I was in there and that you needed to hear me. I don't know how she knew, but she did, and it worked. So, you're still in there. And I will be too. Yeah. It's going to be okay. I promise. Okay. Okay. I trust you. Thank you, World Keeper. Or Tsuki. Sorry. It's hard for me to use that name because I'm the original. It's okay. You don't have to. I can be World Keeper to you. Thank you. A brief moment passed. Tsuki. Hey, Saturday. Hey. She lifted her head off my shoulder. Let's do this. Hey. Alright. Let's do it. In a small slice of time, I felt myself jolt awake. Tsuki stood across from me. Whoa. Did it not work? No, it's fine. We're about to finish the merge, actually. Then why are we... There was something I needed to do. I ran forward and flung myself into Tsuki's arms. Thank you. What's this now? Thank you for trying to keep me safe for thousands of cycles. But when I was acting out of my own hollow ideology. But you were still trying to protect me. No matter how inhuman the one acting it out was, your desire was kind, human, irrefutably so. Look, this is the last chance that we'll get to talk to each other like this, okay? Even if we'll still be able to talk to each other, I wasn't comfortable leaving things off without doing this. God damn it, you're so sentimental. Sorry. Just forgive a girl's selfish intervention this once, yeah? Pfft, sure, Saturday. Just this once. We embraced each other in a tight hug that felt like it could have lasted for centuries. But time was ticking. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. And then a bright light filled the void, and I can't see the text. She had her redemption arc. Tsuki had her redemption arc. She has ended up, the grave at Hachioji Cemetery. Yeah, Tsuki's been one of my favorites. Like, especially from the start until like now, seeing her like evolution throughout the story and seeing how she regained her humanity. Yeah. She's become one of my favorites. I entered the dining room, alone and together. Everyone looked up at me and understood. That's it then? I nodded. Yeah. Chio? How can we start the shutdown process after dealing with Dawn? Chio sat up a little. Right. So I'm actually going to preload the shutdown procedure. Basically, we want to activate it the moment you and Dawn rejoin minds. We don't want to waste any time. I'm not sure how long it'll take for the corruption of the internal system caused by automation to reach the Unity Nexus. It's pretty well tucked away, but it will get here eventually. Wait, for real? Why are we just learning this now? I thought, as I'm assuming you did too, that the corruption extended only to layer 0, because we were operating under the assumption that that was what Dawn considered to be the sim layer, but it includes layers 1 and 2, since those are technically part of what's created by the Dustbreaker, right? Basically, eventually, the Dustbreaker will just crash. We need to get out of here before then. Do we at least know when that's going to happen? No. But I can find out, using the terminal in the lounge. Come on. The 5 of us rushed out of the dining area and into the foyer of the lounge. Chio pulled up the terminal I just used to merge with Tsuki. Okay, this is not good. What's up? It's getting here. Fast. Fast enough that I think we need to worry about getting everyone safer other than Saturday to a safer spot in memory. Shit. Really? Yeah. Luckily, I can send the 4 of us each to wildly different points in memory. The automation corrupts in predictable patterns. So if we suspend ourselves in stasis in the system's memory, it'll extend our time limit from 20-ish minutes to, like, 2 hours. What the hell? That's way less time than I thought. I know. So we need to act fast. Saturday, will you be able to subdue Dawn's anger in that amount of time? We don't have a choice, do we? Nope. Then I can do it. But you guys need to hurry. Wait, Saturday, are you going to face her alone? Are you sure that's a good idea? Yeah. I thought about bringing you along, but it's me. It's the same as it was with Tsuki. This is my battle to fight. My battle to finish. I walked over to Allison and held her cheek. Thank you, Allison, for helping me get here. And thank all of you guys too. From here, I can handle this. I promise. I believe in you. I know you do. Thanks, Sally. Now go. Right. Chio started typing away in the terminal. From far away, I felt the system shaking. Automation was drawing closer. Okay. Gotomi, you're up first. You ready? Ready as I'll ever be. But Saturday? Do you know what's going to happen to us? Fuck. I completely forgot. Wait. I called within myself and felt her answer. Hello, Kotomi. I've prepared the answer to your problem. Huh? Storyteller. You're not Saturday, are you? Storyteller. Pleased to make your acquaintance, or at least I would be if now was the time. Listen up closely, okay? You too, Eri. Yeah. As I explained to Tsiki and Saturday a bit earlier, I created a very janky but reliable connection to the 4th dimension through the TVO clients. You two are going to take a slightly different course to arrive in Layer 3. In fact, Chio, this actually works perfectly with the idea I had. Mind listening in? You got it. Chio, Saturday, and Allison are going to leave the sim layer through the Dustbreaker's shutdown sequence, since they have their original bodies to return to, yes. But Eri and Kotomi's original bodies are here. So I'm going to have their entire bodies copied into the memory of the TVO client, and then sent back down a layer. Wait, that'll work? Copying an entire person's matter would place an insane load on the memory of the TVO client. It wouldn't. It works a little differently for you three, since this layer scaling is largely proportionate to the original layer because of its being simulated. But just like how time scales through layers, so does data size. A whole human being in our layer's data scale wouldn't be that big for the 4th dimension's data scale, yes. Shit, I never considered that. And you're sure this will work? I am, I promise. Now go! Wait, you are a storyteller, right? I am, yes. Thanks for looking out for my best friend for all that time. I know it was hard for you. Goodness me, woman. Thank me once you're safe. Go, go! I was starting to get a little emotional, but like always, I tried to hide it. It was a habit, one I was ready to start trying to break, but now wasn't the time. Okay, ready, Kotomi? I'm ready. I felt my consciousness come back in front. See you on the other side, Kotomi. I promise you guys will help you search for Kanchi. Kotomi waved with a grin on her face, and then her data was taken by Chio's program, and she faded away. Alright, Eri's next. You ready? I am. Hey, Saturday. Yeah? You're a good kid. Always have been, and you always will be. Good luck in there, yeah? I smiled. Yeah. I promise I'll see this through to the end. Thanks for everything, Eri. Eri smiled, and I finally took notice of her true feelings. She was happy. She had a nice smile. Then she too was gone, taken by the relocation program. She faded into the environment around us. The shaking got more intense. Ultimation was growing ever closer. Alright, Allison, you're next. You ready? Just about. Allison ran up to me. Then, before I knew what was happening, she jumped up and kissed me tight, holding her arms around my shoulders. Aww. We stayed like that for a moment, embracing the moment. One singular moment. See you on the other side, darling. You already know it. So cute. I love you, Allison. Love you too. Try not to keep me waiting, yeah? I'm eagerly awaiting the official start of our relationship. I smiled like a huge dork. And then, Allison was gone. Relocated like Eri and Kotomi. I returned to Chio. Just you left then? Yep. Hey, what's up? You're one of the nicest people I've ever met. Chio looked surprised. What's this all about? No matter what happens, I want you to always remember that. I know it's tough to go on believing in yourself after you make a mistake, but you don't let that define you. And if you ever fall into the loop of beating yourself up, I'm going to come find you immediately and smack you across the face until you realize how goddamn much you mean to me. Chio wasn't sure what to say, but she smiled. Wouldn't have it any other way. Then, she typed the final command on her terminal, and she was gone. The shaking grew in intensity. I could now feel the ground begin to shake around me. This is it. Whoa. Hello? Let's do it. You hear that, Tsuki? You've got a sister. Stargazing? Again? This is the third time this week, sis. Sadie, I know you're faking it. You're totally good enough to go to school. Huh? Who are you talking to, Dad? Why are you crying? It's okay. I'm used to it. He's barely home nowadays anyway. Right. So I don't think I want to be a boy anymore. Oh, Ellie, it's okay. Seriously, I don't expect you to be perfect immediately. You've known me as a boy for so long that slips are bound to happen. Dad's been even more absent than usual lately. And when he is home, he's always exhausted and barely says anything to me. Dude cares more about his work than his own kid. Yeah. Can I stay over again tonight? Dad isn't going to be home, so there's literally no reason for me to stay here. Hey. Yeah. Dad wants me to check out his new project he's been working on. Supposedly, it's what kept him away from the house for so long. I honestly don't care that much, but maybe if I indulge him, he'll actually pay attention to his damn daughter. Yeah. He said you can come. On the 23rd, so like 2 days away. See you there, Ellie? I finally reached the end of the hallway. The theater was large, though the reason for why eluded me, given that nobody would actually ever need to use it. Perhaps it was for dramatic effect. But the thing that surprised me the most was what wasn't there. Where is she? I stepped up onto the dark stage. And when I did, light. Spotlight. On me. And then she stepped out of the shadow. Welcome to the end. I turned around. Indeed. Dawn laughed her usual cold laugh. Really, Saturday? Trapping a girl in a theater? Surely you're above such dirty tactics. You're as bad as me, you know. Okay, you can read it. You go, Saturday. I fell. I fell. I fell. I continued falling. I fell through layers of data, layers of memories, memories of worlds, worlds that no longer existed, fractal, shattered fragments of a long-gone farce. How long was I going to continue falling? Was Storyteller going to save me again? Suddenly, I hit cold, hard ground. Am I alive? What does it mean to be alive? Is anyone really alive? When we die, do we stop being alive? I tried to look around, but there wasn't anything. Certainly nothing alive. Not even me. Who was me? I was Saturday Tasogare. I think I was a girl. I was young, or was I old? As I tried to collect thoughts that I shouldn't have had anymore, I felt something else. Something alive. A tall woman. She was very blue. And is she speaking? Is that so? You get dealt a critical blow once and it's enough to knock you out of your humanity. Who am I? You were a girl named Saturday Tasogare, and you tried to fight for something that never mattered in the first place. And you failed. I failed. Yes, you failed. And because of that, you are here. And here you will stay, trapped in a loop of what brought you here. A loop of what brought me here. Although, it would be inconvenient if you forgot the importance of these memories. Tell you what. The tall woman snapped her fingers. Suddenly, my mind was overloaded with millions of thoughts and memories. Shit. What the hell? That's better. Now you can experience what's about to happen to you to the fullest extent. What are you talking about? What are you doing? Showing you what all of this amounted to, Saturday. Your final punishment. Then, dawn was gone, and the void around me began to shift. Suddenly, I felt a familiar sensation, the smell of burning wood. Orange embers shifted into the environment around me, and an intense heat struck me. This was the burning of the Tanegashima Geology Museum. It shouldn't be, right? But, fuck, that fire was real! Shit! Of course, I couldn't move. I couldn't even cry out for help. I felt the embers race their way towards me, crackling in a way that almost sounded like Dawn's sneering laugh. Heat. Intense, burning heat. From all angles. This is hell. This has to be what hell feels like. Oh my god. Let it end. Let it end. Please, just let me die. But the burning continues. Surely a real human body would have been burned fully by now. But Dawn wouldn't allow it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please just stop the burning. Just stop the burning. Please. I'll do anything. Fuck. Just stop the burning. And then, as if to cruelly grant my wish, in an instant, the scenery changed. The fire was gone. But then I felt an incredible pain in my leg. I looked down to see it crush under a large boulder. I realized what she was doing. All of those cycle locks. She was going to force me to relive them all. I felt the ground shake around me, and then another boulder fell from nowhere. I felt the crushing pain all over again. I spat out a bunch of blood. Another boulder fell, then another, then another, then another. I felt the crushing pain each time. Each time it got exponentially heavier. Please, 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 I beg. Take away my hands again, please. I'm sorry. Once more, everything cut. The pain instantly faded. And then, the scenery changed once more. A hotel room. Just me and my sister. My real sister. Was it my real sister? She had a gun. I knew what she was going to do with it. She shot it. I felt flesh tearing from my body as it shot clean through my abdomen, but I wasn't allowed to die. She shot again. She shot again. She shot again. She kept shooting. 10 shots, 20, 30, 100, 1,000, 3,000, 100,000, a million, a billion. At some point, everything cut again, but I was no longer there to witness it. I had left. I had shut off. I was back to nothing. The environment was back to pitch black around me. I don't know if the tall woman was there anymore. I hadn't heard from her. So, this was where it was going to end. Rotting away in nothingness. As nothingness. I heard a voice. It's pretty bad, huh? I remembered I had a mouth. I used it. Nothing came out. It's okay. You don't have to speak. I can hear you just fine. Who are you? You don't remember that either? She really did a number on you. Another voice interjected. It's not irreversible, right, storyteller? Tell me it isn't. Storyteller? Is that your name? It is, yes. The other one is Tiki. God, it hurts to see you like this. But I don't blame you one bit. I love the art. It's so good. She's just so powerful. She? The tall woman? Yeah, the tall woman. Her name is Dawn. Do you remember her? Dawn? I don't. I'm sorry. That's okay. Don't force yourself. Myself? Who is myself? You're Saturday Tasogare, a 21-year-old Japanese girl. I'm Saturday Tasogare? Yeah. And we're also Saturday Tasogare. Tiki, I don't think it's a good idea to try to explain that to her when she's like this. Yeah, true. Sorry. Disregard that. This was all flying way over my head. Head? What was a head again? Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to forcefully instill these memories back in you. I really wish I didn't have to do this because after all of that, the last thing you deserve is to feel more pain. What is it? What's wrong? At the mention of pain, I felt all of those feelings again. The fire, the rocks, the gun. I'm sorry. Please, just try to endure. Stop, please! Don't send me back there! I don't want to! I can't go back to that again! But Saturday... If being Saturday means I have to feel that pain again, I'd rather just remain like this. Please, don't. Tiki looked at Storyteller, worried. Storyteller sighed. She nodded her head. What did that mean? Tiki walked forward to my body, and then I felt her hand slap across my face. I felt pain, but I didn't scream. What was that for? You taught me something, you know. Saturday did. She taught me that it's okay in certain circumstances to run away, to take time for yourself, to care for yourself, and to not have to face everything right away when you're weak. But you know what else she taught me? She taught me that taking that time to care for oneself, it's also that we can find onwards at the end of the day. I know you want to run away, but now, more than ever, you can't. And as much as dawn has drained out of you, I know deep in there, you know that too. Because you are Saturday Tasogare, the most stubborn girl in the world. Deep inside me, something stirred. A fraction of a memory. A girl in a hospital bed, and another girl leaning over, holding her hand in worry. Allison? At that, the two other girls seemed to look at each other in excitement. That's right, Allison, the love of our life. You remember her? Do I remember her? I desperately focus. I try to reach out to Allison. Another memory. The two same girls on the balcony of a hotel room, talking about something. That's Allison? I can speak again? Yes. And the other one? The one with the pink hair? That is you, Saturday Tasogare? Saturday Tasogare. Saturday Tasogare. I reach for more memories, and another one surfaces. Another girl, holding a gun. The girl that shot me before. But is it really her? Ah, yeah, that's me. Tsuki Tasogare. It's a long story. I'm not going to shoot you. I promise. Something, somewhere in the recesses of my mind, urges me to believe her. So I do. I nod. Keep going. Try calling out to Eri Nichibotsu. So I do. Eri Nichibotsu. I reach out for her, and a memory appears. A girl, cornering the tall woman from before, the one the other two called Dawn. Yes. Eri was one of our friends. Next would be... Try calling out to... But I don't need to hear. I know what comes next. A memory of two girls, fight and flight, locked in combat. A memory of myself at a grave, mourning my sister. A memory of myself finally taking a stand against the tall woman, against Dawn Hisomeru. A memory of Tsuki intervening. Memories of happiness. Memories of battles. Memories of finding solace even in the darkness of times. I remembered. I remembered. I remembered. I remembered. I remember everything. Oh. Alright. Let's read it. Oh, is this Pyromania? Ooh. Yeah, sounds like Pyromania. Oh yeah, Valor Starcross. Yep, it's a remix of all the other challenge songs. Unraveling Stasis. Yep. I love that they're doing this. I love this so much. Oh, Estelion, of course. Supernova. I love that all of these are just so recognizable. Claudia Libertia? Yeah. Yep. Next is stop motion. Needed is. Yes! It's a medley of all the boss songs. The challenge songs, rather. There's convergence. Yeah, it is. Oh my god. What the fuck? That is a good quote. This is it, Dawn, the deciding battle, the real deciding battle. So it is, Saturday Tasogare. This is so hype. The Goros are fighting! I'm not doing too great, but whatever. This is it, final hit. Our story is just beginning! So hype! Yeah! That's how you do a final boss. Oh my god, they broke the fucking lanes, dude. When the dust cleared, a bright light shone down on us from above. The spotlight on the stage? No, it was the sun. We were standing in the grassy field. What? I love the art again. What is this? She instinctively tried to summon her pistol, but it didn't work. My staff too was no longer present. This was my final attack. What are you doing? What is all of this? What do you think this accomplishes? I took a step forward. Get away from me! You don't know what I've been through! You could never understand! I embraced her in a tight hug. I don't get it! What the hell is your end goal? Why would you fight for something that you know you can never have? You're wrong, Dawn. No, I'm not wrong. No matter what happens, we'll continue to be hurt by the world. It will never end. I've fought it for so long. I've been put face to face with just how hopeless it is to try to fight the cycle. You can't! The world will keep hurting you. Don't you get it? Don't you want to be happy? Then, I felt it. Recognition from the world itself. The shutdown process was beginning. The world recognized Dawn's resignation, and she fell to her knees, starting to cry. This world isn't worth living in. Everyone makes it seem like it's just so easy to move on, yourself included. It's not. It's not. I tried. I tried so hard, and what did I get for it? Never ending suffering. I leaned down and held her up. I pointed to something in the grass further up the hill. Hey, let's go see what it is. Fine. You've already won. Just rub it in my face, why don't you? I took her hand, and we made our way through the tall grass. Aw, two people lay in the grass there, enjoying the light of the sun. It was myself and Allison from the summer of 2020, the last summer we had before all of this began. My younger self looked over at Allison, her eyes closed, basking in the sunlight. She smiled. And then she turned to her other side, so Allison couldn't hear her, then whispered something to herself. Dawn began to sob. No, 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 no. You had already overcome your trauma before all of this even began. Even without everything the Dustbreaker was supposed to do. You had already reclaimed your happiness? Oh, I walked up to her and hugged her once more. You're right, you know. Dawn could barely speak through her tears. Oh. The world is unbelievably cruel. It throws trial after trial at us just to watch us pick ourselves back up again. It's a cycle that starts when we're born and ends when we return to the earth and begin our journey in whatever may follow after. And that's so beautiful because, in spite of it, it's a cycle. For every time you get knocked down, you can pick yourself back up again. Learn new things, find new things to love, find new things in yourself. You can learn to love the cycle. You can learn to find the cycle less scary. All the people you love, all the things you love, the places you go. You can reach a place of happiness and love, even in the world that throws you against the wall in an attempt to drain you of it. Dawn turned around, her eyes full of tears. Will we really be okay like this? I don't want to hurt again. I don't want to hurt myself anymore. Then, a genuine smile. We'll be okay. I promise. Then, another genuine smile. Through the tears. I believe myself. As the merge completes, Dawn's form begins to fade from the scenery of nature. The younger Saturday and Allison sit up as the sun begins to set. Soon, we'll be back in school, you know. We won't have time to do this all the time. Well, yeah. But the fact that we can do it at all is pretty cool to me. So I won't take for granted the time I'm given to do the cool things like this with you. Fair enough. Should we get going back to your place? Let's wait a little bit. The sunset is really nice from up here. 3 people. 2 younger. Oh. Good luck, kid. You're gonna do great. Please confirm the ejection of the following happens Sheila on Saturday. Oh, I mean, I had already made it out. Good. I smiled. I pressed the button. A large light filled the void, and Chio and Allison appeared behind me. And in front of us, a great gate, beaming with blinding light. What is that thing? The end. It was the end. The final door between us and the world we'd come from, the world we hadn't seen for 4 years. This is it then? This is it. Are you guys ready? You already know we are. Yeah. Let's do this. Alright. Communication will probably be severed. Yeah, understandable. But I've backed up the memories of everything in the client itself. Yay. Oh, Saturday. You've grown so much. Hell yeah. Oh. The story of Saturday Tasogara is finally coming to a close and beginning all the same. And so one more time, she says, good night. Good night, Saturday. It's over. What a game. What a game. Storyteller is Tarot. Man. Cheryl, you son of a gun. Man. What an effing game, dude. I have nothing else to say. I have nothing else to say. Like, what the fuck? All I know is just I am excited for what the team comes up with. Bleh. Boss cutscene VO. Love him. Also, Uni with the fucking jackets. Love him. All the charts, especially the later ones, like, oh, so good. Tarot, fucking with the FN effects. Foobot. Just, my god, I have nothing else to say. Just. Ichiba's sister's #1 fan. I can see why. I know the game isn't properly over because I did see there's an encore episode as well. Bro, the meme that started it all. Man, the songs just... all of them are bangers. Even if I haven't played them all of them are bangers. And the boss songs too. Like, they are hype in their own unique way. Like one my favorites are Valor Starcross and Convergence because they sound so hype. And Supernova too, actually. They have like the carrying energy of like, this is the final bit of, you know, this is the final part of this. And especially after chapter 2 where everything, all the lore just starts to ramp up. And of course the artists, like, oh man, all of them, so good. I was listening to a lot of it on my Europe trip. Like I had a whole playlist of it saved because I love all of them. Even if I haven't played them all, I've listened to a lot of them. Well, like when I was on the plane, when I was on my road trips, when I was on my rail trips to Switzerland, to France, to Germany, around the Netherlands. Like, man. And Theath. I don't know if that's how you say their name, but dude, especially that, like that chart, like it's oh my god, just fantastic shit all around. Convergence, fucking love it. My favorite song of chapter 5. It should be, right? It is literally the boss song of final chapter part 1. Sunrise Showdown, phenomenal playlist. Playlist of songs, I mean. Always gotta love Frums. Camellia made an appearance. Love it. Tempo Pakala. We Run to Run, one of my favorite Frums songs too. Mr. Cool follows me on Twitch. Rest in peace, Akira Complex. Michi! Thanks, video games.